Number 4, Paildramon, the first DNA Ultimate to appear in the anime and probably the most popular one from Season 2. This character has so many things going for him, it is quite surprising. He was the first DNA Ultimate so he marks a landmark moment in Season 2, and has one of the better introductory appearances. His design is an effective amalgamation of components from XVmon and Stingmon, and his combat abilities are pretty cool. Not to mention the fact that Desperado Blaster is an awesome attack. But what really makes him stand out is his perseverance. During the Black War Greymon arc, he is consistently bested by his opponent, but eventually does manage to gain some moments of dignity, like when he shattered Black War Greymon's shield. And later he continues defending a city block despite being attacked by two powerful foes and having to defend his human partners. He was just always so committed to defeating a much stronger foe. Aside from this, his battle record is impressive, as no other Ultimate ever truly defeated him. Some will say that Skull Saruman did, but really he just smacked him on the head with his staff and flew off, and Paildramon was not truly defeated since he was still able to retaliate. Number 3 needs no introduction. After all, this is visually one of the most unique Digimon characters. Anjuwamon was the 8th chosen Digimon revealed in the first season, and pretty much immediately became a fan favorite, partly due to her defeat of the villain Myotismon, and partly due to her somewhat questionable design. Sorry to point that out, but it's true. And it always pains me to know that so many really disturbing things came to be because of this character, only giving this franchise another thing to be embarrassed by. Aside from this, I must say she would later prove to be a valuable ally, not only during the Dark Master saga, but also during Season 2. Here she was present during some of the season's best moments, including the episode His Master's Voice, and the movie Hurricane Touchdown, although the latter is not in continuity with the rest of the story. Her bond with her human partner is apparently one of the strongest in the series, as she is constantly concerned for the safety of Kari, particularly in His Master's Voice. But it seems what really sealed her spot on the list was that rivalry she had with her dark counterpart, Lady Devimon. This fight was actually one of the most outlandish moments in the entire franchise, and today I am really surprised that the dub did not edit out that catfight between the two characters. Nonetheless, the reaction of some of the spectators, particularly Ty and Izzy, is priceless, and definitely provides for one of the funniest moments of the first season. Number 2 is certainly one of the more underrated of the franchise's ultimates. The ultimate form of Gomamon, he made his first appearance during a terrifically set fight with the creature Metal Seadramon. His design is one of my favorites. He still looks like an upgraded form of his previous form, but is still quite distinguishable. The spiked shell on his back, and the spear-like horn on his head, and the whiskers on his face all work together, not to mention that his asymmetric design adds a hint of creativity. His hammer is a great addition, and he would use it to lethal effect throughout his appearances. But the main reason that he earned this spot on the list is that throughout his appearances, he was the one that was saving everyone. He appeared more than any other Ultimate during the Dark Master saga, saved the team from several of the underlings, and was instrumental in the defeat of Metal Edamon, which was itself an impressive feat. In the second season, he led a team to destroy the Australia Control Spire and managed to drive away Marine Devimon. He was later devolved by Skull Saruman, but again, that was only due to the strain of being in the real world for too long, and he decided to give his power to Imperial Dramon. Ultimately, Zudomon deserves this spot because frankly, he is one of the few Ultimates that did not serve a second-class existence following the advent of the Mega-level characters. Finally, the number 1 Ultimate level Digimon, Metal Greymon. Honestly, who didn't see this one coming? Metal Greymon is not only one of the most popular Ultimate Digimon of all time, he was the first member of the team to achieve that level in the franchise, so his first appearance is essentially a landmark moment. Pretty much everything about Metal Greymon is awesome. His design is one of the best in the franchise, with a nice balance between mechanical and biological components, and the asymmetry of it really prevents the character from going overboard with the mechanical components. The look of his wings is effective and gives the character a type of cyborg feel. After all, if he had bat-like dragon wings, he would look either weird or cliched. His voice is very fitting, as it sounds more mechanical than that of his previous character form. As for his battle record, it is probably the best of the lot, as he has only lost two battles, one against Venomiotismon and the other against the Dark Masters. Throughout Season 1, Metal Greymon saved the group more times than any other Ultimate, even defeating the second main villain, Edamon, and many of the battles he was in were entertaining, and a fair share of them complemented the story. Even Myotismon never truly defeated him, although Metal Greymon did fail to destroy Myotismon. Although he was beaten by Venom Myotismon, Metal Greymon still had his moment of dignity, when he toppled the giant monster by blasting him in the head with his Giga Blaster. Even during the Dark Master saga, Metal Greymon destroyed several underlings, and even rampaged through Machinedramon's infantry in a desperate escape. Thus, Metal Greymon wasn't fully supplanted by his Megaform like WereGarurumon was. During Season 2, he served his purpose by single-handedly defeating the Mamemon brothers, and later helping Imperial Dramon achieve his next form. But as if all of this weren't enough, Metal Greymon is also famous for being the only Ultimate that has been corrupted on occasion, twice appearing in his alternate form, Skull Greymon, one of the most awe-inspiring creations in this franchise, and even appearing as a blue-skinned evil version of himself. These moments further integrated him into the story. In fact, Metal Greymon was so successful that the producers apparently introduced a modified version of him in Season 5, known as Rise Greymon, who looks more mechanized and feral. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The original version is much better. So there it is. Number 1 Ultimate Digimon, and certainly one of the franchise's most iconic characters, Metal Greymon.